This is Dungeon Not Included, the actual play podcast for the adventurous listener. Ooh, the great static. I can hear it from here.
So much white noise.
Let me try to mute people and see. GM, of course.
Anyway, hello.
We can't hear you otherwise.
No,
no, we can't even hear Brennan. Well, I'll do it then. Hello and welcome to Dungeon Not Included. I've taken over the podcast. Me, Rebel. I'm in charge now, and
right.
I say everybody gets 20 experience, level up 5 times,
Hell,
and
I'll just take extra
1 million gold.
I'm gonna mute Brendan's temporarily so that people don't think the podcast is gonna be like that the whole time. Although it might, we don't know yet.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah. Oh man, what am I gonna do with all my gold for my Katanas and Trenchcoats character?
Everybody gets 1 million gold each. We don't have to split it. So
yeah.
So we're upgrading my sister's nursing home. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think with doing that counts of me going into my well of solace enough to have about 1 million Numa to go forward with and do all the ghost stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds better already.
Does it?
Yeah.
We can hear him. Hooray!
Okay.
Yeah. This computer is new and the mic settings are weird. So, like, I have the internal mic, but there are 4 settings for it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
I have to choose microphone array.
It sounded like your microphone was just picking up your computer's fan.
One of the settings. It's like room ambiance and noise.
And of course, because I said it, it can't be taken back. So
yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have
your reign was short but benevolent. I appreciated it.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Since we last saw each other, I have to say, Rebel, I saw the new Fast and the Furious movie with your car wizard.
Excellent.
Here.
Yeah.
Not a great movie by any stretch, but
phenomenal.
I will say the big thing that it's like the big review that everyone's giving, and I 100% agree, is Jason Momoa's villain was phenomenal and totally wasted in this movie.
Oh.
Like, he essentially played. He was amazing. He played if Jonathan from Queer Eye was the Joker. Like he played, he played like a pansexual chaos demon, and it was amazing throughout the whole film.
That sounds incredible. I mean, every media should have more pansexual chaos demons. I think we can all agree.
Light spoiler, there is a point where he's got his hair done up in 2 buns with scrunchies while he's painting the toenails of 2 corpses and talking to them about the importance of not being too toxically masculine. It's amazing.
But you said he was the villain
already.
I also want to just throw out there, after some of the criticism that I received last week, I learned that revenge over something happening to a loved one is part of the definition of family. So I think that me going after this guy for hurting my dog is very in line with what at least Vin Diesel would say is appropriate.
Well, that helps. I do have my "What Would Vin Diesel Do" bracelet on.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't be taking life lessons from characters from Fast and the Furious. Like, family is all well and good, but
I don't know who you are anymore.
The power of family has made it so that he has defeated every villain in 10 movies, no matter what vehicle he is driving. So I think that if anybody knows, Dom knows.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like saying revenge is a valid way to take care of your family is kind of, I mean, it's a hot take, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but
When
the whole time I
Anyway.
was watching
Eventually-
it, I was thinking, like, what would Roxy do during a lot of that movie?
When we eventually get around to making merch for this podcast,
Mhm.
what would Dom do bracelet is going to be one of them. And we had a couple of really great ones also from this arc involving Mounties. I have them written down. I can't find them right now, but it's going to be great. People are going to love it.
And before I forget, since we were talking about pansexual chaos demons, happy Pride, everybody.
Yes,
Yay,
happy Pride.
Mhm. Everybody is mandated to get gay married in the month of June.
That's
as
what
we
the
all
liberals
know.
want. That's what
It's true.
happened.
The future the liberals want.
That is the gay agenda. It's just fanciful weddings
Yes.
for those who want it. All right. So, unsurprisingly, I remember nothing of what we did last, which is a good gimmick for explaining things to our audience.
I can remember some. I remember that we went to go visit your total weirdo friend.
Yes, the head shop.
And I tried to haunt him, and he was very aware of what I was doing. And we made a deal with him, and I forget what the deal is. And we'll get someone can circle back to that in a minute.
It was my blood. It was my blood.
Your
in
blood.
exchange
Right.
Oh,
for
that's what I
info.
mean. All right. So is your blood in exchange for info? He's doing deep research on the Man in Black, but in the meantime has given me a pendant that I can wear that will kind of separate me from other spirits. So right now I can't go near Pickle. Pickle and I are kind of separated from each other temporarily. And that I think it was like he said 2 weeks was the time frame that it was going to take for him to get the research he needed on the Man in Black. And in the meantime, we were going to look into this blood market because he's doing weird eternal life through blood, like magic and trades, kind of like a drug deal. I think we figured out, and that was our next step, was to kind of research into that. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything big?
Not that I can think of, but it's been so long.
How's that sound, Brandon? Close?
Yes. It does sound like what I remember anyway.
Yay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find my Zoom window. It's disappeared.
Your Zoom window?
We had discussed that the...
Or my StreamYard window.
Oh.
Sponsored
I was
by-
going to say Zoom. We don't use Zoom.
No.
It's an
No,
unrelated
we
role-playing game. He's running in the other room.
I
There we
do
go.
remember
I
that the
found it.
trade-off with this thing is it's going to protect me from spirits, including Pickle, but also it is physical, so I can't phase through things without leaving it behind. So
Right.
that was like the double-edged sword of it.
Yes.
I'm losing some of my ghost powers to use it, or I have to sacrifice it temporarily to use the ghost powers. And I'm sure Brandon would never take advantage of one of those moments
No,
where
I'd never
let
do
go of
that.
it.
Yeah, Brennan really known for being kind and forgiving.
I'm not punishing you. I'm merely an avatar of the darkest cosmos.
Oh, you're an avatar of
I'm
the
channeling
darkest
the darkest
cosmos.
cosmos.
Oh, it wasn't me. The
Which wants
devil
to
made
hurt
me
you.
do it.
Yeah.
I don't buy your gimmick, old man.
Oh, speaking of old men, yesterday was my birthday.
Oh,
For the
yeah?
Oh,
ARG.
happy
Happy
birthday!
Thank
Yes,
you.
this
Yeah.
is don't forget, fans, to use the astrological calculations to figure out when Alex's birthday is.
It's all
For
part of
the
the
ARG.
ARG. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So, what is your next steps? Now that you've
Well,
gone to see this guy.
can we really do anything about your unfinished business until we hear more from creepy weirdo who runs a vape shop?
Theoretically, we could, because this was before we went further into my unfinished business. We were trying to protect me, so we don't know, because like there's a couple of things here, right, in play where either I have to solve my own unfinished business, or if I do, then I'm kind of ending my story. And one of the things that Skip grappled with last episode was whether or not he wants his story to end. He's actually starting to find connections with people, and he's not sure that he wants to solve it, but he's kind of his hands being forced by this man in black now. But one thing we haven't done is we've done zero research into this windmill, which is the only clue we actually have, other than I was in a wet, dark place when I died with Pickle. So we could start research going that direction if we want to, but that is something we haven't touched at all in terms of my unfinished business.
Right.
I'm down, Pickle. We'll get to you
really,
eventually.
Pickle.
Yeah. I mean, I think we just role play that you are having second thoughts and then investigate the leads we have. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that's the whole thing right now is like I think we were going to start heading. I think we decided we were going to start heading down the path of trying to solve it, if nothing else, to draw out the person who's trying to hurt me. But I don't think we'd want to do that until we can know how to stop him. So we got to come up with something else to do for 2 weeks. In the meantime, I think, right? Because I say we investigate more of this immortal making drug cartel thing.
How about that? How about while because Roxy and Adam think, all right, we'll sit tight for 2 weeks, no problem. We've sat tight longer. Do our errands, wash our clothes, living people things. And Skip is like, well, I don't know if I even want to do the thing that I'm trying to do right now. So let me open up a can of worms and investigate this immortal blood smuggling thing or whatever. Maybe there's something to investigate. And then you pull us in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys also weirded out by this whole like blood, drugs, immortality thing that he's talking about?
I mean,
happens all the time.
It's not my favorite thing, but we just took down a vampire who is secretly controlling a rival street gang. So
right, like,
it's
I feel like there's a Venn diagram there, and there's like there's definitely like blood in the center, so, and magic in the center of that. So like I'm not saying they're related, but I definitely think that there could be something bigger at play here. And if it's going to, we've already seen it have a negative effect on your particular group, never mind anything else that'd be going on in this lovely it's Vancouver, right? It's been a while.
Darkest Vancouver.
Darkest Vancouver seems a little darker right now, and I think we should see if we can't help bring some light to it.
On the other
hand, for Darkest Vancouver seems a little darker right now.
No, Grandeur.
Yes.
Grandeur.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you. Where are we keeping track of that, by the way? Because I didn't put down. We gave.
On the sheet,
is there a spot for Grandeur? All right, perfect.
Yeah, Brennan's been adding it when I've said Grandeur. Or
did you add that last one?
I assume
no, I didn't.
So.
I'll do it right now.
So,
all right, 7. There we
go.
We have
on
7
the other hand, Kat is just a weirdo who does this. I mean, for hundreds of years, people have been wanting my blood when they find out I'm special, and then sometimes when they find out I'm immortal.
Wait, people find those things out at different times?
Yeah, some people could be very cruel and rude. But anyways, they try to take my blood, they experiment. I mean, it's getting easier. That's good. They used to be able to have to take it out with what's the worm that eats the people?
Leeches.
Yeah. That was not fun. Yeah, but nothing ever comes of it. These people, they're cuckoo. They don't know what they're doing. So we just, sit tight, be cool about it. And then we find out the way to put you at rest forever. The way you want.
Yeah, but also, Adam, how do you... Actually, I don't know the answer to this question. How do you feel about others who are immortal? Do you not care? Do you care? If the whole world became immortal tomorrow, would that be a problem for you? Would you be okay with it?
I think I'd be okay with it. I didn't know there were many immortals, to be honest, up until recently.
And the first time I met you, you were kind of fighting one.
Yeah, but
and then there was a vampire, and you fought that one. So I'm like, two does not make two doesn't necessarily
make me look like a crazy guy.
No.
First guy took my bling.
Second
lady,
she wanted to enslave all of Darkest Vancouver.
Sure.
Or honestly, something like that.
Didn't really think about that. I forgot. But yeah, they had it coming. That's okay. I mean, I'm not above violence. I like violence, but I just don't think, just some weirdo wants my blood. Let him. He ain't hurting anybody.
Well, yeah, that's the right.
Well, that we know of. Who knows what he does with your blood after he takes it?
Okay, after he gives us the solution to making Skip go to heaven or wherever, no offense, then we will investigate and figure out what he's doing with our blood. And don't you worry about it, little ghost boy. You're gonna be okay. 2 weeks vacation and you're gonna be fine.
Well, now that Skip brings it up, I don't know if I want a bunch of immortals running around on these streets. We have enough problems with just the car gangs. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't want to risk Skip's thing just by being curious, but both are very talky.
Sure. Here's the thing, though. Maybe we can get information out of him to set us at least on a path without alienating him in such a way that he wouldn't do us a favor still. Like, I'm not saying we go down there and we break fingers to get info, because if we do that, we're not going to get I'm not going to get any information on this man in black, and I can't let him hurt Pickle anymore. Right. That said, if what he's doing with your blood, or if he knows other people who are doing things with this blood, maybe competition, maybe we can leverage that he might not be the first, nor might be able to, if he's looking to make money off of this, if this is an enterprise for him, maybe we can find out who's he's giving it to see if there isn't anything nefarious, or maybe it's totally benign, as you were saying. Maybe there's nothing going on, but we have 2 weeks anyway. I feel like we should utilize this time? You and I have all the time in the world. Roxy doesn't necessarily have all the time that we have to allow their territory to potentially have stuff going on. 2 weeks can do a lot of damage for people who don't live infinitely.
Oh, I thought you knew that Roxy was sick. I was
scared. No.
I mean,
Roxy has a normal lifespan.
No sicker than anybody else who only lives for 80 years.
Yeah. No sicker than anyone else's sick car on the streets.
Skip, you trying too hard. What's
for real?
Way too hard. Definitely trying too hard.
I guess I feel he's probably just going to want more payment for answers, but I mean, maybe
who said we had to ask?
I thought that's what we were going to do, but I mean,
I was thinking we could investigate on our own.
Oh, okay, I'm along for the ride, as long as it doesn't involve cars.
Well, I hate to break it to you, bud, but cars are kind of involved when I'm involved.
Oh, your generation is horrible.
It's not really a generational thing. It's more of a me thing.
Mm.
Nice.
What?
Okay, so what are you going to do to investigate to start?
I would say since we know that he's just taken a fresh vial of your blood, or at least, or how much did he take? Was it a vial? Was it a lot? I forget how much we said he took.
I thought
feel
it was like a
was
pint.
A pint.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember it being like, oh yeah, that's what they take when you donate blood. So,
Yeah.
So
that sounds right.
would we want to potentially follow and see, like, stake out his place, see if he leaves with any of it, see where he goes, to see because if he's not holding on to it all for himself and he's selling it off to other people, maybe we can get a lead through that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
sounds
that sounds
like
good.
a plan.
Yeah,
At least
trailing
it's a good
Caduceus
first thing.
is one thing you could do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what ways we can follow up on this without directly interacting with him if we can help it. You know?
I mean, we could keep an eye on this shop. It's pretty obvious when people go in and out because, he's a terrible businessman.
Businessman, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. As we established last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And how many entrances are there to the shop? Do you know, Adam?
I only know of 2. One front door, 2 that creepy sidewalk basement chute that makes you think you go to Narnia if you fall through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There may be more, but I don't know.
Here's an idea, and I don't know if this would work, and I don't know if I'd have to do some sort of, maybe Brenna would make me spend something for this, but now that I can, because of the necklace, separate from Pickle for an extended distance without it snapping me back to him, which is what we had been playing with before. Is I can only, that's how I caught up in that race with you at the beginning, was I can snap back to Pickle's location. Is since I'm probably the only one who doesn't have to sleep, can Pickle and I can I spend a Numa to have Pickle and I separate to be able to stay up and just continually watch both those locations from disclosed locations? Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah. Sure.
And then we can communicate. I'll communicate with you two through whatever means. We'd have to come up with some sort of way for me to be able to send you messages, like walkie-talkie or something.
Yeah,
I know that
I don't
we
see
did
why
I
we
have
couldn't
limited
have
tangibility.
walkie-talkies.
Yeah, I know I have limited tangibility that's how I can wear the necklace, but
I'm sure Roxy could come up with something that Skip could use more easily.
Very cool. I love that. All right, so let's do that then. I'm gonna spend a Numa to separate us into both locations and have me stay up all night to watch both doors.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
I'm assuming I don't need a roll or anything for that.
To watch both doors?
Yeah. Or would you like me to do a roll to see if, like, roll for me and roll for Pickle or something? Is there...
You and Pickle I'm going to treat as one unit.
Perfect. Want me to cunning discern?
Let's do a roll. Cunning and discern works for me.
Perfect.
And that you'll be rolling against 3d10.
All right, so that's 6d10 against 3d10. Hitting the roll button right now. 9, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. So that's 3 successes.
Yep. And I got a 10.
Yeah. Hooray.
Your 10s don't explode though, right?
No.
Nope.
Perfect. So 2 successes. Net 2.
Yes. So you do spot Caduceus leaving late at night, like 3 a.m.
Okay.
Out the back way.
I will. What's our Roxy? What's their communication device that you devised look like?
Oh, it's a walkie-talkie. I just modified yours so that it would be easier. It's a little bit smaller than a walkie-talkie for you. Think I don't know if you've ever seen the Teen Titans cartoon, but the little round
Circle,
Titans communicators that
Love
they
that.
have. And
Does it have the
it's
Clifton
just
Kids logo on it?
yeah, sure. Why not? No, I don't think Roxy knows about the Clifton Kids.
No,
but
I think it would have to have it would have to be whatever your logo for your group would be.
Well, I feel like Z would just put pickle on it for you.
Oh, perfect.
And then the jawbone for Frank, and then I have the menagerie symbol on mine.
Love it. All right. So Roxy, Adam, over.
He's haunting my thing.
No, it's supposed to do that.
I'm not
We can
dumb.
talk to each other.
I know what it
Roxy,
is.
Adam, over.
I watched Dick Tracy yesterday. Yes.
We hear you, Skip. What's up?
He's on the move. Over. And don't forget to say over. Over.
Thanks, Skip, but cool it with the overs. It's fine.
It's fine. Over.
No.
Grandeur.
Agreed.
Grandeur over.
Grandeur over.
Take it back.
He's heading out the back, and I'm gonna follow him at a distance. If you can find, he's heading down, and then he lists off some darkest street names.
Yes.
That you know. He's heading down. Look, he's on the corner of Mountie and Poutine.
Oh God.
Whatever Canadian audience we had is gone by now, you know? I'm
they're
pretty
very
sure.
polite. They're watching, but they're just sort of shaking their heads.
He's heading
now.
down Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's like,
oh God.
That's a real
anyway, Roxy is going to follow because Z is a movement expert.
It's going down darkest 54th Avenue.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say I take it no, I'll say it just for the podcast, for the fun of it. He sees you coming and phases into the car and then immediately tells you to stop because he dropped the necklace and has to go back and get it.
Oh God.
And then he has to wait for you to open the door for him to then get into the car to then join you for the first time in 65, 70 years or whatever. You just have to wait for someone to open a door for him. Yeah.
All right. So you head off after Caduceus. He's being a little sketchy about the driving, so you're going to need to keep up with him.
Yeah, of course.
Without being spotted.
Tenacity and
flow.
Move or flow, yeah.
Yeah. Tenacity and flow works.
How many dice are you rolling?
4 dice.
Okay. Then I'll just roll with it. 4 successes.
Ooh, nice.
Love it.
And I got 2. Yes, so Caduceus is not keeping. He thinks he's being really sketchy and really cautious, but you're easily following him.
This guy, I mean, like, I'm used to high speed chases, and I'm used to like people who can do sick car tricks and trying to follow them, you know, where they like do a donut and then make a U-ey and then turn down a street.
Yeah, no, what he's doing is he drives a little while, then he takes some random turns, goes around the block a couple of times to see if anybody's following him, and then gets back on his route.
I like the idea that he almost gets away just because Roxy's bored.
Yeah. Roxy is like, oh my god, we should just let him go. This is the most boring car chase I've ever done.
Mm.
And then he ends up coming up to a mansion, basically a gated house, massive house. Comes up to the gate. The gate opens for him, and he drives in.
Yeah, I'm a park like block and a half away, so that it's not obvious that we followed him.
Okay.
And I'll say, let's follow on foot for now.
All right, how are you going to get into
Sounds
this
good.
place?
Can you
do
give
have
us
a ghost with you?
a little bit of a description of what it looks like?
So there's a big wall around it with a gate. The driveway goes up to a circle that's in front of the front door. It's a new construction, so it's not very classy looking. It's kind of cheap. And
I want to spy out two things from the outside if we can. I want to look to see if there are any security cameras, or are there any like hidden archaic symbols? I don't even have to make sense of them. I just things that look like they're magic symbols.
Wicked sorcery.
Yeah.
So there's definitely security cameras.
Yeah.
If there's any archaic symbols, you can't see them from your position.
Okay. So I know Skip is our go-to here, but if this is something that Douche make himself, Cad made himself, he may have ways of trapping the ghost, but I don't know if he's smart enough to think about trapping the camera. But I also don't know if Roxy is smart enough to trap the camera. You know what I mean? When you like enhance and look through the camera. You ever watch CSI?
Are you talking about hacking?
Oh yeah, that's the one. I forgot because that's what the sound you make when you cough, and it's weird that people said it was also computer stuff. But whatever.
Sometimes I forget how old you are.
Thank you.
But you're so old.
Mm.
It's the 90s. Get with the times.
Yes,
I apologize to everyone. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog next to me who is just groaning for attention. Just lying there, like,
it's Pickle. Yeah, it's Pickle. I heard something a minute ago, and I was like,
yeah, she's getting louder and louder. I'm going to remove her from the room. Oh. Yeah, I'll be right back.
I couldn't hear it, but I will take this opportunity to point out my dog, who is very patiently lying behind me because she's a good girl.
For a time, we considered calling this podcast "Dogs Included." Everybody,
yeah. Dogs are included. I think this dog may have been on practically every episode.
Yeah, definitely. Yuba. So yes, Rock
hacking.
Yeah, back.
Yes, I will try and hack the cameras. Just give me a minute. Definitely cunning, I feel like. And
Do you have heist?
I do not have heist. I have forge, but that's more for like crafting.
Yeah.
What about could I sway? Like try to like
No,
I'm
that
not
only
trying
works on people.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that sway could be considered like figuring out where the holes in the code are.
That's more of a heist.
But I don't have heist.
Yeah.
What if instead of like hacking the camera, I had a device that allowed me to like see like a monitor that I could attach to the system.
So you want to forge something.
Right. Would that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. You wouldn't be able to use this to steal anything, right?
No.
No.
So it's a little. I could see
or break in either.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah.
No, it would just allow us to see what's happening on the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of want you to fail on this because I want Skip to just decide to do this.
Oh my god.
But we'll see what happens.
How many dice are you rolling,
5.
Brennan? 5.
Fun is
also
so often in the failure.
Oh yeah,
So-
rolling 5.
I love games where you mark XP for failure. Yeah.
If y'all want me to fail, then I'll just go with the flow.
It'd be much
I'll
more
go
fun
with 5.
to see whatever happens. Yeah. Go
do
with
whatever you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is 3 successes with 2 10s.
Oh my
so
goodness.
I reroll the 2 10s for no more successes. 3 successes.
Nice.
To my 2 successes. So your device actually does work.
Oh man, the gang can't fail today. Real hard.
Knocking on wood right now.
All right.
Yeah, Roxy's like, look, I'm not like I don't do a lot of coding, but I have this, and Z like sort of snips some of the wires and twists them onto this thing, and it's like a little CRT, portable CRT monitor that we can look through.
Love it.
All right, so here's my question for this gate. We have a front gate, right? You said, how are we describing this gate? Wrought iron? Are we like?
It's wrought iron. It's an ornate. It's got spikes at the top.
Perfect. Is it well lit? This entrance? Is there spotlights over the front of this gate?
On it. Yeah.
Perfect. So here's what I'm going to do. If you can watch this to the camera, if you want to, Skip is going to, because of the bright lights, be invisible, except for the necklace. He shall phase through the gate and then pull the necklace through because it's wrought iron gate, and he can fit the necklace through in between the bars.
Yeah. Okay.
That is the plan to get me on the other side. Do I need to do anything to make that happen? I assume I need a roll here that I can don't get immediately people see the floating necklace get.
I think that the floating necklace is the only thing that would give you away. Yeah.
Well, and also I think I probably have to do some sort of roll to make sure I'm not whacking it against the side of the bars and and alerting people and stuff, right?
Right.
So, let's see. How do we want to do that one? I think that's going to be a cunning.
Shroud?
Yeah.
We'll do cunning and shroud? Or finesse and shroud?
Either would be fine.
All right, so 6 then for cunning and shroud. Let's clear.
Adam is narrating what he sees on the screen.
I'm going to clear the roller.
To Roxy and Skip, as if Skip were sitting next to him. Your necklace is moving across the screen by itself. One. Oh.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. The fun is in the failure.
3.
There's a lot of fun to be had. Oh.
Enchanted
they have a ghost
bars.
net.
It's
just for
perfectly reasonable. It's a wrought iron gate. I mean, that's typically anti-supernatural. I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
actually really good.
Yes.
Like I
Ooh.
get
Cold
through, but I
iron,
get
that's the
really
hard
hurt.
part. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
going
the
to go
question
ahead
is,
and
iron, it was
say,
cold iron.
do I make it through, but I'm hurt, or do I not get through at
you
all?
don't get through, and it does burn you as you attempt to go through.
Oh, I love the idea that like on the camera, you guys just see like iron bar shaped burnt flesh like floating in the air from where it burned me. Like it's not invisible. That part is visible on screen. Like
That's wild.
yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah. Ah!
Skip, you do realize I can't change the feed from here. We can just see what they see.
Why did you go off on your own?
I was gonna go through. I thought I could just get through, just like I usually do on these sort of things. I could just go on the other side and then open the gate. So or go in and turn off the camera or something.
What? Look, we're just trying to get information, right? I think. Why do you want to go in yourself so bad?
Well, I want to know what he's doing. I'm trying to. There's only so much I can contribute, and one of them is sneaky. That's like my whole thing. I can get in places, and I don't know. I was trying to. It was well lit enough that I didn't think anyone would see me. I thought I'd get on the other side and start following them closer.
Yeah, Skip, I appreciate that you're used to be immortal in your own way, but these guys seem to be able to hurt ghosts. So you can't just do your normal thing and expect not to get away, not to get hurt.
I am very aware, I say, clutching my now like very scarred arm. I now know. I will rethink this. This is the first time in 70 years that I've come across this. So this is new to me. I apologize. I will learn from my mistake and not make it again.
Maybe we should just bail at this point, right? Cut our losses.
Well, Herald of the Darkest Cosmos, what can we see on the cameras?
So you see Caduceus meeting with someone, a tall man with long black hair that goes down to his mid-back. He's dressed in a loose smoking jacket, bit archaic looking.
So a vampire.
Maybe. But
I mean, it's either a vampire or it's whatever Adam is. And I think, vampires are hotter, so.
But they're talking. The feed doesn't have any audio.
Oh, no. It's just CCTV.
Yeah, exactly. They're talking, and then someone comes in and says something to this guy, who then goes, and you can see him going down the hallway and into a room where there are no cameras in the room.
Shit.
If I could read lips, I can't though.
Well,
yeah, let's cut our losses and go. I don't like the guy with the smoking jacket. Never good idea. Anyone with any kind of jacket, always suspicious.
Well, at least we know what this guy looks like. Maybe we can find him somewhere else. I'll do some research at the library, see if I can if there's anything in old newspapers about this guy.
Yeah, and frankly, I feel like with your connections to even just having someone's address is probably a lot of information in your world. I'm sure everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows the streets. I'm sure you can find some people who know the comings and goings, or at least have an inkling of the comings and goings.
I'll say my kind of people don't really hang around neighborhoods like this, but we can always put some eyes and ears out.
Ew.
Do your people maybe have some sort of dealings, not in a negative way, but in sometimes to keep the peace on the streets kind of dealings with people who might know this kind of world?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the menagerie doesn't come out this far. This is pretty far from our territory, but we got I got family everywhere, you know?
Sounds good.
Okay. So you're beating a retreat,
I think
Yeah.
so.
taking your device with you.
Yes.
Oh, good call.
I'll even reattach the wires and put some electrical tape around where I snipped it so that it's not too suspicious.
All right. So you head back to your car. As you're driving away, you can see a black van, come out of the gate. Um, and it starts following you.
I knew it. Cars are nothing but bad luck.
You got your seatbelts on? And I am talking to you this time, Skip, because
Yep.
we don't want that necklace to go flying.
Thank you for that. And he stuck with it. Safety first. Click.
All right. Z revs their engine. Let's get this party started.
All right. You want to roll for this?
Yeah, definitely flow.
Yes.
And would tenacity be okay again? Do you think?
Yes, you could use tenacity for this.
All right. And then I will spend a little bit of pneuma. Actually, I'm going to spend some grandeur.
Yeah, you've got 8 grandeur here if you spend.
This is definitely in my ambit.
Yeah.
Does that reduce the cost of... Granger's always 3?
3 per die, yeah.
Okay. Well, I will borrow that 3 for a little bit of extra insurance.
So you're going to take 3 grandeur, get an extra die. Okay. I'm rolling 6 dice.
I am rolling 7 dice. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Oh, 4 successes with 2 10s. And another success. So that's 5 successes.
Let's see what I get. 2 successes. Okay,
Nice.
so that is a heroic win for you. Describe how you turn the tables on these guys.
So first things first, while they're following me, I sort of maneuver so that they end up next to us at a stoplight. I look over at whoever's driving the car and give them a kind of a nod, and then rev my engine, challenging them, of course.
Okay.
And as soon as the light turns green, I start speeding off. They start to follow, but like I said earlier, I'm used to some pretty fancy tail shaking maneuvers. I do a drift turn, drift U-turn into a turn off. I use some debris lying around to make a ramp to jump over some cars going through at a red light. I there's a part where I end up getting us into like a drainage ditch, and we go into one of those big round tunnels, and I go so fast that I do a little loop-de-loop and speed past them until eventually they just lose us because they can't keep up.
Nice.
100% showing off.
Yeah. Successfully showing off. All right, so you've lost these tails. You have some information now. You have both the license plate of the car that was tailing you and the description of the guy driving it, the description of the guy that Cad was talking to. And you have the address of that person that Kat was talking to. So
Nice. Well, that following CAD was a bit of a letdown, but I got my appetite back a little bit with that final chase.
I feel like you were kind of just showing off for fun.
Listen,
the tunnel was definitely gratuitous.
I had to make up for how disappointing following CAD was. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
You were pretty sure that Z'd lost them by then.
When we entered the tunnel, it was light outside. It stayed daytime, and when we left, it became nighttime. How'd that happen?
You know, I don't question this stuff.
Yeah, probably best. A Dark Knight reference for those of you paying attention at home.
All right. Well, I don't think we have any other beats we can hit in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't think so either.
No.
That's pretty exciting. Okay, we have a new potential bad guy. I like that. And despite what Rebel said, I think this person can be anyone. I could see him as a ghost, right? They could be a ghost. A were creature? Wear what though? With the smoking jacket?
Ooh.
Were bunny.
Okay.
Were bunny. It's
bunny.
F.
That's what I was saying too. That was my first instinct as well.
You're wrong.
Stupid. I hope
That's exactly what I was about to say.
One of those
Oh my
gigantic Dutch bunnies or whatever they are.
Yeah.
gosh.
Brett is frantically crossing out notes, going, no.
Yeah.
All right. This was fun getting back on the horse. Where horse? No, that's probably not.
A were seal.
Where seal? Wursel.
A wursel.
A wursel. A male kelpie. A kelpo.
A kelpo.
Are you thinking of a selkie?
A silky. Selko.
Selkie,
Silko.
Silko's from something else.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, bye. Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.